EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the New England Patriots taking on the Indianapolis Colts. Oh, he bowls over it. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. They go play action now. Jackson, a short one there, caught by Warren. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. So I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They go play action with Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 43. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 17-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Jackson now. That is caught at the 7. And the Colts are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a first and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Throwing is Jackson. This is caught. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
They'll run here with a rookie. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
3rd and goal, Jackson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Ja'Marr Chase. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Colts will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So the Patriots coming out now. Looking to put a drive together. A carry here for TreVeyon Henderson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down and a yard. Again, it's Henderson. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And they go play action with May. That's to the veteran tight end, Austin Hooper. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. May going to give it to Henderson. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back onto the line of scrimmage. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. From the shotgun, May with it. Over the middle, finding Smith-Njigba. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 4th down, out comes Andres Borregales for the Patriot field goal. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away, no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. But just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
They complete it to Hill. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Pass incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Hill. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 28. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Tackled by the cornerback, Derek Stingley.
They gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the Jets sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
So from the 26-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8. On the draw is Taylor. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Jackson from the shotgun. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now Jackson. They'll drop this down to Taylor. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Play action. It's Jackson. This will be caught just inside the 10. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
There's no rest in my shutting down. Whenever I got your money up, believe what I got for money down.
Here's Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jackson, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Colts have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number one.
It should be number one, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to locker room just a little more animated.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
To throw, it's May. It's complete to Diggs. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Colts' 47-yard line.
From the gun, it's May. And that's going to be incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. The tight end Henry here in motion. Throwing here is May. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 32-yard line. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Throw out wide. It was incomplete.
Offense is moving a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. May. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. Give him 4 yards there, and that should be the final play of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A 2-touchdown game. 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the 3rd quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose, and that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a first down.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll throw with May. There's Stephon Diggs for the catch on the slant. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
But they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's May. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts 19. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
On 1st down, it's Henderson. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. To the air, May. And that's incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw it out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Throw right side going to be taken in by Henderson. And he is going to lose yardage here. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
And oh, no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. On now is Andres Borregales to try the field goal. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And his kick is indeed good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
After the made field goal, back out is Borregales to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the 2nd half. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started. The way that they're going about doing things right now, they've got a chance for that third consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
A 6-yard pick.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up second down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. That's Warren, his tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
This is all about testing a defense at different levels. Both the tight end and the receiver outside are going to run matching dig routes at varying depths down the field. This gives your quarterback options. He decides to go with his tight end on the shorter route, and he made the right call.
Going quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Third quarter here in Indy. This is 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. Open man, the tight end Warren. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
One quarter remains here on Sunday Night Primetime. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the 4th. And Jackson throwing once more. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead is knocked harmlessly to the turf.
So on 4th down, Spencer Schrader on here for the Colts field goal. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. Only 3 there on the screen and 2nd down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them. Maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And complete to Smith-Njigba. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
On third down, here's Henderson. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. You have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. From the shotgun, May with it. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Stephon Diggs, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Patriots have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And, partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there. They went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. But, second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly. He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Recovered by the Patriots.
He's back to throw. They set up the screen for Henderson. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
Well, they certainly have their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Up the middle, it's Henderson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Again, it's Henderson. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
Here's first and goal. Jet sweep. Here's Smith-Njigba. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. This crowd doing all they can. Here's third and goal. Back to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Colts have just about sewn up this football game. And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal, because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Colts are winners as we say so long from Indianapolis.